Hello to everyone that's watching this as a video. Hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to do more live content on this channel because, well, I say live content. If you're watching this video, it's not live content, is it? But you know what I mean. I'm trying to do just more content on the channel in general because I just haven't been doing a huge amount of content, and I feel a bit guilty about that. Now, how do I get the live stream link? There we go. Oops, you just heard me twice. Apologies. Live. There we go. Let's chuck that out. And just say that we are live right now on the channel. Get ready as well. Pop my Red Bull open. It won't be a super long video or a super long stream today. It's 20 past 2. If you can't see, oh, I'm blocking it in the bottom right of my screen. It's 20 past 2 on a Friday, and I thought, why not? I usually do these in the mornings, but I wasn't awake in the morning. Why not sort of go through the lineups, have a look what we've built, have a look if there's any news that I need to see as well. But why not just do it together? Because a lot of people have been asking me about streaming more, so here we are. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a good idea to sort of go live on the channel and just talk about my lineups. Now, in terms of the lineups we have, I'm quite excited for this week. I am and I'm not. I'm not as excited as I was last weekend. Last weekend was a way better weekend in terms of my overall feeling. But just in general, I am really excited for this week. So All-Star, in fact, what we'll do is, this will be the easiest way. If I go through it like this one by one and we can talk about it. All-Star Rare Plus, we've got Manuel Neuer, Kim Min-jae, Joshua Kimmich, Mauro Icardi and Dusan Tadic. Now, the only one I'm a bit worried about is Dusan Tadic because he might be a bit tired, and the only saving grace is that they play on Monday. So he's played now sort of back-to-back 90s in weekend midweek. Played a 90 the week before. Played 90 the week before that. I am a little bit worried, but at the same time, Dusan Tadic very rarely, like, in my opinion, needs rest. He's just one of those players that has just got a gas tank. You know, he can sort of go for a long time, so I'm not too worried about that. Because alternative, like, the thing is, you can also say the exact same thing about Kimmich and Icardi, for example. Icardi played back-to-back 90s, and he's, also not the youngest. But the thing with Icardi is that he doesn't actually do a huge amount of running by him, throughout the game, if that makes sense. Like, he's kind of like Messi in the sense that you'll see him jogging a lot. He'll like jog around a lot. Do you want to double check my cameras? Yeah, okay, my camera's looking fine. Like, he'll sort of jog around a lot and things like that. So like he's also not a big problem when it comes to that, and we'll sort of see how he gets on. So that's All-Star Rare Plus, which I'm actually really excited about. I actually have 2 limited lineups this week as well, so we'll talk about those first. I've got Cap 220 limited with a risky goalkeeper. Ishikawa could play, could not play. I don't really care. I wanted a 0 L15 goalie anyway, and even if he doesn't play, like, I would have probably put a DMP goalkeeper in this anyway, because, like, I'm not hugely bothered about Cap 220 limited. Like, we sort of see how it goes, really. But that's that lineup. I think Haaland's going to smash this week against Spurs at home. I really think that Spurs are very weak with injuries and red cards and things like that. Haaland's overdue a hat-trick. Cap 240 limited is... So the thing with the reason why I have a Cap 240 limit team, and a lot of people can be wondering, why do you have a Cap 240 limit team? All right. The reason why I have a Cap 240 limit team is because I basically had a bunch of cards left over from my Cap 220 teams, right? Hang on, let me quickly close that down as well. There we go. Welcome in, everyone, by the way. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, so I had a Cap 220 limit team, right? Instead of selling things on, I decided to just carry on building, because limiteds are so cheap in comparison to like what I'm used to buying. Now, obviously, like, it's relative, right? Like, value is relative, but like, for example, you can get a goalkeeper for like £3 to £5. You can get, like, a lot of these limiteds are like £1 to £2. Like, I barely paid much for any of these guys. I think the most expensive card there is probably Ginza at about £4. Now, the reason why I'm like, oh, I don't mind that is because, like, I'll spend £4 on, like, I don't know, something silly like a pack of Red Bull or something. I do love a good Red Bull. So like, I just thought, I might as well just carry on building it rather than selling it and buy and selling to buy. I'll just carry on buying more cards because I could afford to just carry on buying £2 to £3 limited cards, and eventually I'll just have a gallery full of pieces that I can make a Cap 240 limited team with every week, and so on and so forth. Next up is All-Star Rare. Frank, how you doing, mate? City's not been amazing against Tottenham the last 5 years, but if anything, there should be many goals. Yeah, I'd agree. I also think, like, I agree with that. I think that Tottenham right now are in a very, 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 very difficult slump right now. I'm going to use Romero so I can see their like last few games. If you look at sort of Tottenham's last few games, right, back-to-back losses after the red card from Romero. Now I don't know, is Romero injured? He is injured. Oh no, he's straight red. So I think he misses one more game, right? So already they're not looking great. They're not looking amazing in terms of the last couple of games. Their team in general just does not look great. Bentancur is now injured as well with another long-term injury, so they're screwed there. Like, they're playing Emerson and Davies as centre-backs, you know what I mean? So, like, that's why I just think in general, I think City might have an absolute field day if they play a very similar... if they play a similar back line against City, I see City scoring 6 to 10 around there, you know. But yeah, so Allstar Rare, we have got Dejan Stanovic, who I think is actually my best rare goalie bar Neuer in terms of clean sheet percentage. 41% clean sheet against Austria Leicester now. I picked this guy up just because I think he's like I thought he was a decent value goalie. I picked him up for like 250 quid. Now, obviously, they do take a break after 4:31, which I factored in, but I also thought, like, you know, when they come back in February, like, we'll have a good 5 or 6 game weeks where we'll have another goalkeeper there as well. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I've got Jan Vertonghen, who I picked up recently as well. I was going to put Mauricio Lemos there, but he did come off injured. He is a bit of a risk. So I thought I'd go with Jan Vertonghen because I know that he's capable of getting a high score, and Westerlo, in my opinion, are very, let's say, not great. Douglas Luiz, I won recently, and now I have been trying to sell him, but I thought, you know what, I will put him into a lineup this week. I have him available. I'll put him into a lineup. We'll see what happens. We'll let him cook. Away to Bournemouth, they've got a 48% chance to win. Obviously, he's on set pieces and whatnot, so we'll see what happens. Berardi at home to Roma. This lineup is kind of like some of my best players in the gallery, but without the best matchups. So, like, away game for Douglas Luiz. He's still a great matchup, but he's away. Same with Vertonghen. Berardi's at home, but he's against Roma, and they've only got a 24% chance to win. But he has scored a couple of goals in his last game. All it takes is a penalty for him to get a goal, and he should get some decent AA. Then we've got Herrera away to LAFC, but I think Herrera should just show up in a game like that, and he should just get a bunch of AA. Cap 220 Rare is a bit of a meh lineup. Austria's best players ended as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Will Castells hold a clean sheet? Sorry, I thought I said will Newcastle hold a clean sheet against Man United? I don't think so. Westerlo is very close to Anderlecht. It doesn't really matter anyway. There you go. I'm not really clued up with my Belgian geography, so I appreciate that, Warno. Cap 220 Rare has got potential, and it's not at the same time. So we've got, for example, Xander Clark against, I think, Kilmarnock away. I'm not really sure. I don't really know my Scottish football that well. Tony Watt would kill me. Then we've got Kim Tae-Hwan, who's a bit of a 50-50 if he starts or not. We have got Lazzari at home to Cagliari. We have got Dolberg away to Westerlo, and we have got Anthony away to Newcastle. We'll sort of see what happens there. I'm not taking it too seriously. We'll sort of see what happens. You join the SoRare Ramble 240 comp. Let's go. Cap 240 Rare is a full Man United stack. The reason why I played everyone in the same lineup, but obviously Sierra's in there, just because I didn't have enough points to get a defender in there that I knew would start. I don't think Varane starts, and he's the only one that fits under the cap. So the reason why I've done this is because so we've actually been on a half decent run of form in the Premier League, right? If we go to Man United and we go to the English Premier League, right? We have had 3 clean sheets in a row after the City game. And I just think, I look at it and I think Newcastle are a tough team, but the thing with Newcastle is they are struggling massively at the moment with injuries, right? Isak's back, big boost for them. Obviously, Gordon's a massive threat as well. Almiron's a great player. But also, like, they are struggling with injuries here and there. So I think, like, it's one of those games where we absolutely could see a 0-0 or a 1-0 or something like that, little smash and grab. But we also could see United hammering. So if I put them all in one lineup and condense them there, if we get hammered, we get hammered, whatever. It's one lineup dead. But if we smash like we did against Everton and we win 3-0, I could very well win 240 Rare. If I'd have done that against Everton, I'd have won 240 Rare. So, yeah. Cap 270 Rare now is kind of an interesting one. I'm still unsure about this one We've got Raphael in goal, who's not got the greatest odds. 17% chance to win. I think, what's his clean sheet? So they've got, I guess the draw percentage, 22% chance of a clean sheet. Do I think Anthony will play? Yeah, I'd put money on Anthony starting. If I had to predict my lineup, and I'm going to have a look at what play sharp I think as well, but I would say Onana in goal. I would say Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw. Then I would say Kobbie Mainoo and Scott McTominay in midfield. And I think it'd be Garnacho, Bruno. Oh no, Rashford's back. It'll probably be Rashford, Bruno, Anthony, and Højlund. Yeah, I forgot it's not a Champions League game. Rashford's back. You know what? Now I'm a bit iffy. I think that's way off, by the way. This is ridiculous. 75% for Rashford on the right, and Anthony had a great game against Galatasaray. Probably his best game yet. That's ridiculous. The fact you have Kobbie Mainoo 60-40, but Rashford 75-25, who does this? SoRare hacks. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think this is really, really misleading. I think that's really misleading. I'd be very worried, man. I think it'll be Anthony and Rashford. I think he'll rest Garnacho after a few games in a row. I really do. Garnacho's on fire. I agree with that, but one sec. Just quickly reply to Don. I think what it'll be is it'll be this. I think the rest of that looks right. That's the lineup I think we'll put out, personally. I think looking at Newcastle's situation at the moment, we're better off playing Anthony on the right against Livramento or Lewis Miley, Lewis Hall, whoever they play there. I think we'll play Kobbie Mainoo. To be honest, we actually like having McTominay 85% without Amrabat there is really misleading as well. Like I think it could easily be Kobbie Mainoo and Amrabat as the two midfielders. I think that is 1,000,000% possible as well. And I also think it could be Luke Shaw at left centre back and Reguilon at left back. I think that's also a possibility. So we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah. Captain 70 rare. I've gone with Raphael, Luke Shaw, Ocampos, Jonathan Bamba, and Sven Combs. I think Bamba's got a great matchup. A good matchup as well for Ocampos. I think Luke Shaw's capable of a big score regardless. And Combs is a very consistent player, but I'm also thinking of playing Igor Postionski in here as well. I have them both. Like it's between Sven Combs and Igor Postionski. That's what it is. It's between for me. I don't know if we're going to get the Varazdin lineup. I mean, he's going to start regardless, right? But like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because honestly, I think Postionski over Sven Combs personally. I think Postionski's got the easier matchup out of the two. I'm glad that Garnacho chose to play for Argentina. I love Garnacho, man. He's so good. The reason why I've not played Postionski originally is because he was on a heater and it's not like he's died off a bit, you know. 63 with 28 AA, 14 AA is great. 8 AA with yellow card is also not bad because like yellow card you take off 5 points, right? Like dual lost, foul, yellow card. So it would have been what, like 13 AA. It's one of those, man. I don't know. The Varazdin lineup should be known before lock. Lucas Ocampos got a red card. He got a red card in the Champions League, so he will be fit. He will be allowed to play in the league fixture. Do you know what? I'm going to do a last-minute change and put Postionski in here instead over Combs. Combs is a new reward to the gallery, but I kind of want to play Postionski in there instead, and I'm going to change that on the SoRare page as well. Lobby Pro. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Postionski in there. I might regret it, but I think that Genk away is a much harder fixture than Postionski's fixture, and I see a world in where I think Postionski can get a big score. All they need is a penalty, and Postionski will take it, and he'll get an 80+ pointer. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, what's next? Oops. Oh, what's going on? All right, Challenger Europe rare. I feel like this is a really good lineup. Now, it depends. Like, obviously, thing with Genk is unlikely they keep a clean sheet against Ghent, but it's possible. It's absolutely possible at home. Munoz is capable of big scores. I think Olsen is capable of a big score against this team. They're against a team that is 7th in the league. Now, the thing is with this league is that, like, once you get past about 5th, like, the rest of the league is just not very good. So, like, once you get past about Norseland, like no offense if you care about this league a lot, right? I just think, like, in general, like, it's good for Olsen. Yeah, I think in general, like, and no offense, like, I don't mean offense at all, but, like, the bottom, like, teams here, like, you see how like 6th was at AGF 25 points. Then the points drop off is so, like, massive for the rest of them. Like, I'm not worried. I think Michelin will smash this game, and I think Olsen should do really well. Koita is capable of good scores against anyone. I love this card. I would love to get his super rare. The only thing is that, like, I don't know. His super rare, I highly doubt somebody else sells his super rare for around this price. I would be shocked if someone sold a super rare for less than half an ETH now. I would love to get it though. I think that is a great card. So yeah, I really like his card. I think he's a great scorer. My only worry would be if he goes to a top 5 league. Don't look at my name on the super rare sales chart. I think I've seen it already, Mickey. I think I've seen it. Yeah, like, let me find you. Where would you be? Here you are. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. That's rough. Yeah, so that's Challenger Europe rare. Joe Newell as well at home to Aberdeen should get a bunch of attempted assists and whatnot from corners, free kicks and things like that. Then we've got Challenger Europe rare plus, which I really like. I'm a bit, it's gutting because this should be a much higher score. It's like, I'm not too worried about it. I think realistically, I think Stengs being a AA and Kerem being a D is just silliness. Kerem will start, in my opinion. I'm very confident Kerem starts. Stengs, I don't think should be a AA against PSV, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, Muslera, Shashibowi, Koglu, Stengs, and Szymanski. I think that's a really good lineup. I like that lineup a lot. What's next? Champion America rare. Kind of a throwaway. I picked up a few new cards recently. What I've been doing lately is buying a few new cards that are like, that make sense for the future. So, for example, a Brandon Vasquez and an Everton. They make sense for, like, next year. Obviously, if Vasquez stays, right? Vasquez might go. But they'll make sense for next year as well, as I try to have, like, multiple lineups out during the summer. So that's why I picked those up. So we've got Clark and Griffin Dorsey. Now, obviously, Houston are the massive underdogs in this game. But the reason why I put these guys out is because I think Houston could just turn up in any game. And they smashed LAFC earlier on in the season away from home. So we'll sort of see what happens. I think they beat them like 4-0. Where is it? Where was the... Oh, it was at home, sorry. It was at home, but they beat them 4-0. They're capable of smashing this team, in my opinion. So I think they'll do it again. I think they can do it again. I think they absolutely can do it again. So we'll see what happens. That's Champion America rare. Then we've got Champion Asia rare, which is again a little bit like, you know, it's just like I had the cards and it's an area where I could throw them in there. We have got Jung Sung Rung, we have got Mickey Yamain, we have got Kenawao, we have got Yuki Ohashi, and then we have got Marcinho. It's a decent lineup, you know. It's definitely possible to get a reward. What's the prize pool saying? We don't know. Brilliant. Then we got Champion Asia Rare Plus, one of my strongest lineups, 91 score on the lineup. We have got an Osako, Sasaki, and Shiotani Sanfrecce defensive stack. Then we've got Wakizaka and Yuki Ohashi super rare. I like this lineup a lot. I think it's a really strong lineup, and I'm excited for it. I just want to see some big scores. Then we've got Champion Europe Rare Plus, another lineup that I am quite excited about, because we've got a great matchup for Unai Simon, great matchup for Daily Blind. Pascal Gross and Griezmann have got tough away matchups, but they're good enough players, in my opinion, to get some big scores. And then we have got Tony Kroos at home to Granada, looking strong. And then we have got the Super Rare lineups to end off my lineup. So we've got Cap G20 Super Rare, which is again a bit of a throwaway. Huang and Jay, Jorge Polido, Azevedo, Baston, and Yadic. A bit of a throwaway, but we have a good lineup for Cap 240 Super Rare, which is a 20 stack against NEC away from home, but definitely possible of getting big scores. I don't know why cost efficiency is so bad with Lars Understall. It makes literally 0 sense to me why his cost efficiency is so bad. 46 points for this card. Like, I don't understand how that's an F at all. It makes no sense. That, like, for some reason, so 49 points for proper is good cost efficiency, but 46 is in the negatives. It makes absolutely zero sense. So we've got Sadlek in midfield and Joseph Pansel up top, just because Pansel has really not been hitting for me recently. So that's why he's they're against Go Ahead Eagles. Did I say NEC? My bad. It's because NEC played Go Ahead Eagles in the last game. They are strong. I don't doubt that they're strong at home. I'm not saying they're not, like, I just think it's just one of those where, like, I think proper with a 46 is ridiculous. Like, I think that's a good cost efficiency. You know what I mean? Should we see what happened last time they played Go Ahead Eagles away? Should we see what the score was? I'm intrigued. Did they get absolutely smashed? That's maybe why it was. If they got absolutely smashed, yeah, they lost 2-0. I mean, that makes sense then. If they lost 2-0. Oh, Larson also got error-led goal. Okay, that makes sense. But proper didn't play in this one. Neither did Zaruki. That's probably why, you know? Got a huge score for Hismal. Go on, Hismal. Anyway, that's probably why. My guess is 20 will struggle and lose against Go Ahead. Maybe. Very possible. The 20 don't look great this year, do they? But I'm sticking by the stack. We'll just have it as a Cap 240 stack for now, and we'll see what happens. And then Cap 270 Super Rare is the last lineup of the game week. We have got Jose Caro in net. He is he's got an okay matchup, 38% chance of a clean sheet. He is away to Amorbieta. So 38% chance of a clean sheet. I mean, I like those odds. We'll take it. I mean, how did they do in their last game? They lost 2-0 away to Elche. We'll see what happens. Then we've got Mateus Viña, who plays for the same team as Berardi, plays for Sassuolo. And they are at home to Roma. We'll sort of see what happens. This guy's got potential to get decent scores now and then. Oops. I don't know what I just did. He's got potential to get decent scores, you know what I mean? He's got a good, he's good low score for cap mode as well. Came on as a sub in the last game after international break, but did really well for Uruguay. The reason why I picked this guy up is because he also gets international utility, which is nice. Now, obviously, we don't have any more international games until next year, but I like to plan ahead with these things. Then we've got Julian Dessart, Tiquinho Suarez, and Magnus Matson. And they are the sort of the lineups for this week. I mean, like, I'm quite happy, to be honest, with the lineups. Obviously, I'm still looking around to see if there's any news. So yeah, obviously it looks like Onana starting in goal with Ten Hag's comments in the presser. What's this lineup looking like? PSG x France hybrid looks strong this week. Is that Le Havre? You got Dale Meccano. Okay. If both are starting, who do I captain? Doku or O'Reilly? I would captain Doku because if you look at who they're playing, I think Pedro Porro in terms of his defensive ability is not great, and also if it's very possible Spurs field this defense again. Where am I playing my new Cancellieri Super Rare? Oh man, I don't get it. I don't understand it. These kind of offers just don't make sense to me. Should we see what he paid? He paid 0.1 plus a rare Shane Blaney, and he thinks that I'm so fucking brain dead that I'd accept Unai Simon rare and a Jonathan Bamba rare for this shit super rare that he's realised it was a big mistake. Get fucked, mate. In fact, I was gonna block him, but maybe I won't. What a dumbass. Come on, man. I would captain Doku in that scenario. I think if Tottenham play a defense even similar to this, like City will win by about 5 goals. I think Doku will get loads of goals. I know it is silly, I guess, of me to get borderline offended when I see offers like this, but it's more so the fact that the reason why something like that would offend me a little bit is because I'm just do you really think that I'm so stupid? I'm such a dumb cunt that I would accept that offer? Do you think I'm that dumb that I would throw away half an ether value for that card? Even Ashley Phillips is injured. I think Eric Dyer. They could play Eric Dyer, I guess, right? He's like the only centre back I could think of that Spurs have fit, right? Right? Didn't even play, does he? I mean, he played against Wolves. He played against Wolves, and then they benched him against Aston Villa. So weird. So weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Doku will smash if he starts. I imagine Doku starts. The thing is, this is the reason why I got rid of Doku, though, because it's like you literally can't say anything with Doku's name in, right? You can't say anything with Doku's name in without saying if he starts. You don't say that with Griezmann. You don't say, oh, if Griezmann starts, he smashes. You just say Griezmann will smash. You know. Maybe Højbjerg could go into defence. I think that'd be worse, though. If this is the team City field, this team, in my opinion, beats this team by at least 5. This team would slaughter Spurs, in my opinion. Absolutely slaughter Spurs. I know, as you say, Spurs have had a decent sort of run against City in the last 5 years, but in my opinion, this team would absolutely slaughter Spurs. Well and truly. By the way, I wouldn't, like... SoRare Prem's an absolute legend, by the way. But he has got so much on his plate right now. Like, he basically has to do fucking everything on Play Sharper. So, like, I would follow the guy that used to do City's lineups on Twitter if I were you, as well, to get his opinion too. Because, like, I don't know how SoRare Prem does it. I don't know how he does it, like, so many teams. I feel bad for him. He's actually, like, he's been thrown in at the deep end by Play Sharper. But yeah, I mean, O'Reilly's got a decent matchup as well, to be fair. Who's got the best matchup of the weekend is Bayern. I mean, 83% chance of a win. Wow. Who's got the best clean sheet percentage chance? Rangers got a 58% clean sheet chance. Then Flamengo are on a 74%. Is the Flamengo? We do have Flamengo's goalkeeper. I'm not going to go buy him, I'm just saying. Wow. Do Play Shopper experts get paid? I don't think so. So Red Connor, yeah, Connor, I think. Wait, how do I... I want to get back to how it was. Oh, fucked it. There we go. Okay, there you go. All right. You got Real Madrid as an 82% chance to win, which is why I put Kroos in a lineup. And I think Kroos is projected to start. He's like 90%, right? I think Toni Kroos will be this will be a week I get a big score out of Toni Kroos as well. Yeah. Toni Kroos should hopefully get into the high 80s here. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, Play Shopper experts don't get paid. Thinking of buying an Antwerp stack, or do I wait for Americas to get cheaper and invest in a lineup for next year? So I don't know what the right answer is for that, right? But what I will say is I don't know how much cheaper America cards get before they start rising again. Like, I don't know at what point do we hit the bottom and the little flip. At some point, America cards will go like that, get here, and then go like that again. You know what? Let's turn the big lights on as well. Why not? I don't know when that point will be. So for me, I would be careful waiting for America cards to get cheaper. Like, I know obviously I'm looking at the smashers, but like even Carlos Hill has stayed a consistent level, right? I'm pretty sure we actually saw the lowest point. Yeah, the lowest point was actually during the playoffs, or like not the lowest point, but a very low point during the playoffs. I think these will start rebounding soon. I think this might have been the cheapest point. Sort of mid-November might have been the cheapest point. I'm trying to think of somebody else. I mean, Herrera is different. Who's a smasher who are no longer in the playoffs in Americas? Evander? You think Evander's a smasher? I've never really looked at his scores, but I've never thought he's that good. I mean, he has some decent scores, to be fair. I've never rated him that highly, though. I would not pay £116 for an Evander card. I think he's a bit meh. Espinoza, he's good. Espinoza's good. I would like to pick up an Espinoza at some point. from the San Jose Earthquakes. I liked having a San Jose Earthquakes stack for a little while, to be fair. I think there was a really good, at one point, a great opportunity for a San Jose Earthquake stack, because you'd have, well, I mean, this is Marcinowski, but you'd have Daniel in goal, Rodriguez, then your midfield is interesting, but then you got Espinoza as a forward and Ebobisse, and like, that works. I don't know who you'd use in midfield though. Your San Jose Earthquakes collection has more than 100% ROI. Oh, very nice. I don't know who, but I will at some point buy a full limited collection for a team. I want to dedicate like £100 or £150 to getting a full limited collection for one team, and then like just try to ROI it. I mean, look at this. This was a good game. Yeah, Rodriguez. Marcinowski played a lot this year, didn't he? Interesting. I somehow finished 6th in America Rare Plus and got a tier 2 this week. Now, it will be a terrible tier 2, but I was projected like 12th. I was very, very surprised that we finished in 6th. I should have captained the goalie. I'm intrigued to see the leaderboards, actually. Champion America Rare Plus, not a Super Rare, Rare Plus. So I finished in 6th by about 5 points. This guy did shit. They conceded. Scotty Arden did okay, actually. Oh, man. Look how close I was to 4th. Wow. There is literally 0.62 points between 4th and 6th. I have 5 complete stacks unlimited for less than $270 and top 16s in that league as well. It's a strategy I've enjoyed the most so far. Yeah, Reynoso's one I looked at. I really thought I'd won Reynoso. I got fucking screwed, in my opinion, right? You guys, I want your opinions on this, right? So, when I had a really good week, I came 4th in America Rare Plus, like, last weekend, okay? Oh, no, that's this one. I came 4th in America Rare Plus, all right? You know, I was really close to podium. What a tier 1 rare. Tier 1. Now, I want to quickly show you the prize pool of 427 for America Plus, right? Where is America Plus? All right, Champion America Rare Plus, right? I want to show you the tier 1 prize pool, all right? Now, 3rd place got the top tier 1, got Maxime Crepio, all right? I was like, I'd be buzzing with a Daniel. I'd be buzzing with a Matt Freeze or like a Dane St. Clair, or literally anyone. Any of these goalkeepers I'd be absolutely buzzing with. Do you know who I won? Ezekiel fucking Barco, mate. He's the 3rd bottom. I thought I'd won Reynoso, and I was like, oh wow, Reynoso's low in the prize pool. How is 3rd place winning Crepio, and then 4th place is winning Ezekiel Barco? That just felt like a bit of a kick in the nuts, to be honest. And maybe I'm being a bit of a bitch about it, right? I clearly, I avoided a bit of, I definitely avoided a little bit of pain with Durso, but like, I would have taken any of these goalies, man. Any of them. It is a bit disappointing to have you know, come 4th, got all excited, really, you know, had a crazy sweat on, and then, oh, here's your 4th place reward. It is sadly the 3rd from bottom. I don't know. You can let me know if you think I'm being a little bit facetious, a little bit mean, but I don't know. For me, it's like, I think rewards in general are just not very good. You know, I saw Laird with a tier 3, and his tier 3 was fucking awful. Who is his tier 3? Look at this shit, right? His tier 3, All-Star Rare Plus, tier 3 for 129th. Alfredo Finnbogason, a £12 card. £12 for a tier 3. It doesn't make sense. That, like, a £12 tier 3, that's a tier 4, tier 5, man. Did I sell Barco? Yeah, I sold Barco. My like new thing is like, if it's a card that I'm not going to use, no matter how good, I'm just going to sell it, you know. I would have kept it had I not have sold it by now. I would have used it in a lineup this week, but yeah, he's a great card. I used to have a Barco, actually. I used to have a Barco a long time ago. You'll see. I bought a Barco for £1,448, and then I sold him for £595. I used to I used to have a Barco back in the day when I had a River Plate stack. So yeah, not great. Not a great £1,000 loss there for its Haber. I will see, actually, I'll show you the lineup I used to have. The absolute god tier lineup I used to have. Game week 266. Game week 266. Let me show you this real quick. You ready for this? Game week 266. Check this lineup out. Look at that. Freaking Pace is that was shit from him. Whatever. 25 points away from a tier 0. So if they kept a clean sheet, you know, the dream. He is technically still the best player on the best team in Argentina, so it's a bit of a shame, but I understand. Yeah, but River Plate haven't been as good as they used to be. Enzo with 100. Barco with a 82. Alvarez with 100. Tamori with a 60. Could have been even better for Tamori. He had a bit of a dead game, actually, to his standards back then. Yeah, I mean, look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what River Plate used to do. This is what River Plate used to do, man. They're not as dominant. Yeah, they're not nowhere near as dominant. This is the River Plate. So like, I used to watch River Plate every week when this was River Plate. When they had Enzo, Barco, Alvarez, Pochettino, yeah, De La Cruz, like loads of people like that, like Santiago Simon, Suarez, Pavlicino. I remember I watched this game live. I remember it. I remember all it was just Enzo knocking balls over to Alvarez, who was just on the run every time. It was crazy. But yeah, so I don't really bother with River Plate anymore, just because it's not that fun anymore. Like I don't really enjoy River Plate anymore, which is why I sold Barco. They're just not as dominant, and they still have a good team, but it's just not like. I think Gallardo's River Plate was so good because it was so like. I think them being all youngsters and things like that helped massively. Nowadays, like you look at it, it's like Ignacio Fernandez, it's Lanzini, Perez, Casco. Like, do you know what I mean? They don't shoot the ball enough. Yeah, that's fair. That a lot of useless passes. That's fair enough. But yeah. What did Bicky Fuse said? What is Ryan Gould's price chart looking like? I'll have a quick look. Ryan Gould. Gould. It's kind of consistent still. I'd be intrigued to see what someone would let go of a super rare Ryan Gould for. I might stay attentive to either auctions or if people win a Ryan Gould super rare. Because I would not mind a Ryan Gould super rare, to be honest. I think that would be a really good card to pick up. I think that in general, like this card, I like Ryan Gould a lot. Obviously, he has stinker games as well. Missed 2 penalties in this game. He has stinker games as well, but like I think he'd be a good card to pick up. I am on the lookout for a couple of new super rares. A super rare that I have my eye on at the moment. Don't steal it from me, chat. Is Teemu Pukki. The reason why I've got my eye on a Teemu Pukki super rare is, I mean, already in the MLS, like he didn't have a terrible first half of a season, but like I think you bet him in, you get him training with Minnesota, you get him like used to the MLS schedule, you get him used to the MLS traveling and things like that. I think he will be firing on all cylinders. I think anyone that's a international player is just far better in the MLS than other players, if that makes sense. I think Forsberg will smash in the MLS. He's one I'm really interested in because I just think in general, like the fact that he's still doing well for Sweden, scoring goals for Sweden, I think he'll do well in the MLS personally. I really do. I think he'll do well. I don't think he'll be like, cheat code well, but I think he'll do pretty well. Oh yeah, sorry, Connor. Here you go. This is on who I'm talking about. This guy's very good. This guy's very good. So he thinks Docky will start. The new 4 DP rule, the MLS will grow. Yeah. I'm very intrigued to see which teams. Here's what I think. Right. What I think will happen is I think a lot of teams are going to sign some good players, some good DPs. For example, if New England, it's not a good example because Carlos was already a beast. Who's a DP that maybe isn't insane at the moment that has the ability but hasn't been hitting recently? Hani Mukhtar is a good player. Hani Mukhtar's not been hitting recently. He's not been like, you know, hitting those big boy scores lately, right? And they've got obviously Surridge, right? Now, I reckon this team gets another midfielder. Who are their DPs? I'm guessing Zimmerman, Mukhtar, and Surridge, right? If they could get another DP, either a midfielder or a forward or something like that, I think you get the best out of Mukhtar. Suarez is an interesting one because Suarez is off to Miami, isn't he? This is a really interesting one. I mean, Suarez was fantastic in the Brazilian league this year. Absolutely phenomenal. Shaqiri? Yeah, Shaqiri can do it by himself. This is the thing with Shaqiri. Shaqiri's capable of doing it by himself. I've always, like, and ahed about picking up a Super S Shaqiri. Have they let Fafapico go? I didn't know that. That, for a Super Rare, that's good enough, in my opinion, for D3 in the right matchup. Home games, like, if we take away that and we look at his home games only, he has a good base level of AA. In fact, he scores better in away games, but he gets a good base level of AA. This is a card that I'd be very interested in potentially picking up as a Super Rare, to be honest. The team around him is shit, but if they can get a couple of decent DPs, the only issue is that Xherdan Shaqiri's fucking wages are so high. Can Nashville afford other players? Sorry, Nashville. Can Chicago afford other players? That's definitely a big worry. His wages are so high. He's the most paid player in the MLS, I'm pretty sure, by like a comfortable margin. It's like $8 million a year. Hello, the Power Press. How you doing, man? Power Press. I saw you picked up a Super Rare Patrick Drews behind Messi. Yeah, obviously. I used to have one of these. I did indeed used to have a Super Rare Patrick Drews. Which one did you buy? It'd be funny if you bought the same one that I had. What number was mine? Mine was 1 out of 10. There you go. I had the 1 out of 10 collection bonus. Yeah, he hit a couple of thresholds for me, to be fair. I was quite happy. I managed to sell him for a nice profit as well. I got very lucky with this card. I picked him up for 549, sold him for 912, and in the meantime I also hit 2 thresholds with him as well. So he's not a bad keeper. Liverpool wanted him at one point ages ago, but I just think that KSC aren't doing anywhere near as well as I thought they would do. But he'll start keeping some clean sheets. You got a superb one. Should we have a look? Oh shit, it's just gone 3 PM as well. Perfect. Oh, do you know what? It might fuck me up. In fact, I did see yours on Twitter, actually. You have a little stack in there, don't you? Is it just Parrot Press? There you go, the Parrot Press. Will it show already? It won't. I'm guessing if I just build it for last week, this will make a lot of sense, actually. If I build it for last week, this will make a lot of sense. You got Patrick Drews. I'm guessing Makeda. No, you had Young, didn't you? You had Young. Did you? I can't remember. I know you had Newell in there, though. Was it that? Was that it? I feel like that was it, right? That's it? Yeah. I mean, I'm very jealous of this Joe Newell Super Rare. I love Joe Newell. I think he's great. I'm very jealous of the Super Rare. And I'm jealous of the price that you paid for it. You paid a fucking good price for him, man. I get annoyed because I always see these kind of like trades and I'm like, why the fuck didn't I do this? Like 300 quid for this Super Rare. It's crazy. No way someone would sell it for that now, surely. I might try it though. I might try it. Maybe an auction comes up. Another Super Rare Lego for peanuts. He's still selling for peanuts though. Wait, what? Wait, what? This looks a bit fishy. Maybe that's a fuck up. Maybe he forgot to add a 0 or something. Huh. That's a bit weird. Anyway, yeah, he's a great card. You picked up a Stephen Kingsley this morning too for cheap. I don't know who this is. Oh, scores quite well. What'd you pay for him? 200 quid. Nice. Nice, nice. I've been scouting the market a little bit. A wee bit. There's a Munoz that I'm interested in with 3 hours 45 minutes left, but I don't know what that would sell at, and I don't know if it'd sell at a price where like I would be happy paying. Daniel, oh, there we go. What did the last one sell for? Last one, Thork bought one. What did Thork buy one for? About $1,000. Do you know what? I might put a bid on. I might whack a cheeky bid on, and we'll see. You know what? I did a brand deal lately. I've got an upcoming deal on my main channel with Gillette, which is pretty fucking cool. A little flex. I'm really excited about that actually. So I'm gonna put a bid on. We'll whack a bid on. Why not? Yeah, I'm really excited about it, man. It's really cool. Yeah, do you know what? That's my max. I would not pay more than that. 1 second. Obviously, I've got to do it with a credit card as well because I don't have the ETH in my account, which is why I've gone on full screen. American Super Rares are way too cheap at the moment. Yeah, I agree. I am going to be picking some up. But I'm going to pick those up with rewards. Like, I'm going to sell that Douglas Luiz at some point and try and pick up, like, a Super Rare with that. Hello, Lala. How you doing, mate? I sold my rare Munoz this morning. I'm not sure he stays there next year. He might not, to be fair. I just think he's really good. There we go. I put a bid on. I put 1,100 as max. That's the max I'd pay for him, I think. And we'll see what he goes for. If I get outbid, I don't mind. You know what I mean? It's funny that, to be honest, though, the Pirate Press, right, is that, like, the amount of Super Rares I could name that I'd want, and people would be like, oh, I don't know if he'll be there next year. Might not be there next year. Could not be there next year. And it's like, it's interesting because I don't consider that as a negative now, if that makes sense. My thought process, like, I want a Veerman, and about I've said I want a Veerman to about 3 people, and they've all said, bro, he won't be there in the summer, like, he'll leave. And it's like, it's December. Between now and then, if I don't win enough to cover the loss, to make profit on what I'll lose when I sell him by then, I'll be worried. If Munoz leaves, he'll go to Flamengo, which will still be good. Yeah, I'm doing good, Lala. I don't think Munoz will go to Flamengo anytime soon anyway, bro. He's getting European football every year. Oh. I missed someone's Discord message. He goes, mate, are you here? I missed it. My bad. My bad. I can see that Jan transfer, though. For Veerman, not a chance. If they're still in Champions League, that is. If they're not, then possible. But if they're still in Champions League, I don't think they will. I don't, like, Jan transfers don't even happen that much, though. This is the thing. January transfers aren't that, like... I'm not going to buy a Veerman anytime soon. I'd love to try and win one, though. But January transfers don't happen anywhere near as much as, like, people make out, I think. Like, maybe it's because I'm a United fan and we just never get January transfers. But, like, I don't feel like they happen that much. Brazilian League disrespect. I'm not disrespecting the Brazilian League. I just don't see why he would leave now, given the fact that he's getting European football and, you know, he gets to play against some of these great teams and whatnot. Maybe United go for him. We don't make January transfers, man. Maybe we will this year. What do we have for this upcoming game week? The midweek. Have, what, 3 playing goalkeepers? Make sure I don't have any, like... Okay, good. I'm not, like, planned ahead before. I don't think... The issue is I don't think that he'll play against Wuhan. It's another group game, isn't it? I don't think he'll play against Wuhan. Plus, I want Davidson to play. Flamengo can pay him 5 times what Genk pays him. Do you think? 5 times? He'll be on what? Maybe like 10 grand a week at Genk? Something like that? Or maybe or maybe I'm wrong on that, no? I have, Pirate Press, I have. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I have to the point where I almost put a bid on Um, I almost put a bid on a card. I'm thinking that, by the way. What do you think? I almost put a bid on about two or three cards, and then talked myself out of it because I thought it was a terrible idea. But I have thought about it. Yeah. Who does Douglas Luiz play next weekend? Because I might use that midweek as a time to sell him. Arsenal. Oof. I should have sold him. I might have fucked up keep. Oh no. To be fair, Sheffield United though. Sheffield United and then Burnley. Maybe I'll wait. This chunk here is probably where I sell this card. Where he's got Sheffield United, and Burnley. I think in the next 3 to 5 months I might be there, so just a call with the risk. I didn't go there because I just think like my issue is that uniques are so illiquid and impossible to get. I don't think I could do it with the way I play 240. The way I play 240 is I don't buy 10 cards at once because I couldn't buy 10 uniques at once. It cost me about 20-30 grand. You know what I mean? Like, I think if I was to buy 10 or 15 uniques, which is what I'd do if I was going from limited to rare cap 240, I'd buy like 10 to 15 rares at that point. Actually, it's a lie. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because I'd buy them gradually, but you kind of have to with uniques. You have to buy them all at once because they're so illiquid, right? So I'd probably buy 10 or 15 at the time, but that cost me so much. That cost me anywhere from 10 to 30 grand. And I don't have that kind of cheddar cheese. So I think it's just not viable for me. You can have a super rare goalkeeper. Yeah, you can, but the issue is that like I don't know about you, but I don't hit super rare 240 often, like at all. I can't imagine how difficult I'd find it to do that. Let me show you what my 240 super rare lineups usually look like. They usually look like that. If I can't hit 240 threshold in super rare, I don't think I'll be able to hit it in unique. And I think that I'll struggle so much, and uniques are so difficult to actually like get that like I don't know if it's worth it for me. Like, look, this is. Oops, I've just hidden it again like a bloody idiot. That was my cap 240 super rare last week, 223 points, and I know tried to play against PSV. I'm probably optimistic because I am one out of 2. Fair enough. Usually play the worst matchups at cap 240. No, I don't always. Like, I played... So, this one, for example, if I move that, I played Borja Bastion, who had a good matchup and got a goal, right? I played Mark McKenzie, who had a good matchup, didn't keep a clean sheet, unfortunately, but had a decent matchup, got a half-decent score. Now, the reason why I played the Twente boys here is because they were at home, and traditionally at home, they've been strong, even against people like PSV, they've been strong in the past, right? So, like, it's been one of those where it's like, I didn't expect them to get packed in as much as they were, basically. So it's like, yeah, that one I actually had hopes for. Tony Watt finally hit it. Did he? What was it? 427. Yeah, he got 400 quid from it. He got that because Jan Vertonghen dropped a bloody 100-pointer. He barely got it as well. Lamina had a stinker. Fucking hell. That's lucky for him, man. That's very lucky. Fucking hell. That's lucky as shit. Did he have any other uniques as well? They're the only uniques he had. He should really get a super rare forward to play unique forward to play super rare Joe Nolan here. I think he only got it as well. Didn't he win Lamina? He won kickoff unique in 418. That was a long time ago. Did he keep this card? Did he sell it? He traded it to Pavel Trader. I mean, to be fair, no, that makes a bit more sense actually. But yeah, I'm a bit pessimistic when it comes to that anyway. I really am. So, are my matchups showing? Oh, do we have the Vrazden fucking lineup yet? Yeah, boy. Okay. Postionski starts, which is nice. We'll see how this one goes. It's a good start. What do we even have on that? Okay, we have Borja Bastion playing. We have Anderlecht. Not a huge amount of Friday night curses then. Okay. Then we have... Ooh. When do Sanfrecce play? They play Sunday morning? Ooh, it's a little Sunday morning Sanfrecce game. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'll wake up to that on a Sunday morning. And we got Fenerbahce at 5 p.m. on a Monday. Michelin 6 p.m. on a Monday. 8 p.m. for Celta Vigo. What time's everyone else? So unless my game is off tomorrow, which I'm kind of hoping it is, we won't be able to watch that. Brandog Williams, 4 p.m. Tony Kroos, 8 p.m. for United Newcastle. I'll be able to watch that, won't I? Saturday. Yeah, I'll be able to watch that. Friday Night Curse at 4 p.m. on a Friday is going to be crazy. Friday afternoon / evening curse, not a thing, mate. It's not a thing. The Friday like late afternoon, early evening curse doesn't exist. Please don't do this to me. Let's get some lunch as well. All right, fellas. Well, I've quite enjoyed myself, to be honest. Little deadline day stream for you boys today. Yeah. I didn't plan on doing a super long stream. I thought I'd do a little one where we have a look at some of the lineups and see what we're all doing. What's this? Oh shit, that's a pretty interesting lineup. So yeah, thought we'd have a quick look. But thank you for chilling and watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Rate my squad for this game week. Are they in? Mo money. All right. If you want me to have a look at your lineups real quick, we'll have a look. In fact, if you want, I'll let's have a look. They're not in yet. I rate them 4 out of 10. What? Did you play a rare lineup this week? Cap 240. I'm guessing you don't have a rare forward. Fuck. What's stopping you getting a rare forward? Oh wait, I'm a moron. Ignore me. Yeah. I'm guessing you run Cap 240, right? Oh no, you have a couple of rares. This is next game. Yeah, I know. I realized that. What's your main lineup? I'm guessing you went with Casio. Hollingshead's a good one for this. Cap 240 All Stars. I'm guessing you ran Casio. Hollingshead's quite a lot for that, isn't he? Hermans. Godiarden. Godiarden's got a good one. Get Godiarden there, mate. Get the meow. Get the meow. 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 Sorry. It's why I always end up with like 30 points left for the last person. That's why I never do well in Cap 240. I swear. Look at you, limited all-star. Let me see what you're cooking. Ooh, you are cooking like fucking mad here. What the fuck? Look at you. You are cooking. You got Everson. Oh my god, you're cooking. I'd probably play Pinnock against Luton. How different is this lineup to the one that you've built? And also, what's the highest? What's the highest you can actually get? What is SoRare data? Wait, why can't I suggest it? What the fuck? What's the highest you can get here? The highest pick score for everyone. $89. Pinnock plays PL fares. I rate them 4 out of 10. You got some good limited fucking pick scores there, bro. Let's have a look at Adams real quick as well and see what you had. See what you had to cook with. 429. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We are cooking a little bit here. Ooh. You got a little LDU keto stat going. Ooh. Okay. I don't know who I'd pick here. Probably Dela Cruz, to be honest. Danny Boanga. Sheesh. Look at you. Look at that with the lineup. That's a fucking cooking lineup. That is. I like that as well. I like the card design for the LDU keto cards. That makes sense, Podigal. I'm liking the look of my All-Star Rare. Motor Days. Let me have a look what you could cook. What you could cook in All-Star Rare. Let's see what I play versus what you'd play, and we'll see if we're different. I'm surprised that Hradetsky's got a higher clean sheet percentage than Casteels when they're against fucking Bochum. I would have probably gone Casteels, Daly, Leon, Zane, probably Kingsley. I'd have probably cooked up a Storm like that. That's probably what I would have cooked up if it were me. If it were me making the lineup. Oh, okay, you had Walker Peters in instead of Blind. That's fair. I like it. Could have even gone Mazraoui there, to be fair. Mazraoui would have cooked as well, I think. You need a Kimmich. Kieran Hunter SoRare, you have a strong Prem team. Let's have a look. It's annoying that they're not in yet. I have to build them out for you. Is it Prem Rare? PL Rare. Here we go. So we got Mark Flecken, Marhuka Fleckon. I'll come back to that. I'm guessing that's what you're cooking up. I'm guessing that's what you're cooking up. That's my guess. SoRare roadmap update just dropped. A SoRare roadmap update. Oh my god. Holy fuck, dude. Where is it? Holy fuck. Where is the SoRare roadmap update? Is it on the actual game? Where is it? Is it in the Discord? Hang on. SoRare roadmap update. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. No? Where is it? You sure? Did you lie to me? On Medium? Can you link it to me? Because I only really look at them through the Twitter for the tweet and then like click on the Medium link from there. You should be able to put links in this chat. Or maybe in our WhatsApp chat. What was I looking at? Oh, this one, by the way. That's a strong lineup. I like that. That is a very nice lineup, Kieran. Best of luck to you, mate. You should smash Fulham at home. Can't wait for people to cry about it for no reason. Am I stupid? Where? Oh, here it is. David just sent it to me. Can you imagine if he just sent me a fucking, like, cock and balls or something on my screen? Football product roadmap update, rewards pool update, rivals and more. Oh, is this what we maybe we might know? Might have known about this. I did know about some information beforehand. Should we zoom this in as well so you guys can see it too? Welcome to SoRare Football's. In fact, let's tweet it out as well. Reading the new roadmap update. There you go. Tweet out the stream, of course. Let me quickly take a sip of my drink. Thank you, David, by the way, for allowing us to this. Welcome to SoRare Football's latest product roadmap update. We're excited to share a quick check-in on all our progress since our last update a few weeks ago, including info on the Premier League Winter Competition, an update on rewards pools, rivals beta, and more. Should we do it in a French accent? Before we kick off with the latest updates, here is a reminder of our product priorities for the rest of 2023. Sorry, I apologize if you're French. That sound up. Yeah, my bad. Iterating on SoRare Pro competitions and rewards to evaluate your experience. elevate, not evaluate. You're Ryan, you moron. Removing friction to create seamless mobile-first experience to drive growth and conversion. That's fair enough. They've definitely been doing that. I will say that. I love the new phone updates. Getting an update that someone sent you an offer, for example, is amazing. I love that. Like, my watch buzzes off in the perfect time. As part of our iterations of SoRare Pro competitions, we announced the Premier League Winter Comp earlier this month. The competition successfully launched on Friday. A huge congratulations to our first competition winners. Yippee! Nick, Bave, and everyone else. The comp runs every weekend. The Premier League has fixtures until Matchday 22, January 30th. This covers a total of 11 game weeks, including the most thrilling Boxing Day fixtures on December 26th. The $500,000 total cash prize pool is the aggregate amount of all cash prizes for the duration of our Premier League Winter Comp and does not reflect a singular prize amount. I think we knew that, but if you didn't, there you go. If you didn't know that, you're a bloody idiot. In the nicest way possible. Rewards pools to add DMPs and subs. Right. Before we read this, I did know about this. We did get information about this. And I actually shared my feedback, and I told them they have to be so fucking thorough with this update. So I really hope that they were. To increase the variety of cards available as rewards, we're reintroducing players who are not regular starters to the rewards pool, and this includes subs and players who are not regularly playing for their team. The player cards will be reintroduced to the prize pool starting next Tuesday, December 5th, and will be rewarded for the first time on Friday, December 8th, when game week 430 closes. To ensure this update does not affect the quality of card rewards available each game week, we will remove the bottom 30% of players once we have computed the new prize pool. Please note this does not change our tier system. We're also updating our card swap rules so that they are more suited to the new prize pools. From game week 430, injured players are only eligible for a swap if it's a long-term injury, in brackets 6 months plus, that happened to be in the previous 2 game weeks after winning the reward. For example, if you receive an injured player at the end of 430, you are eligible for a swap if the player has a long-term injury that occurred between 429 and 430. Parrot Press. Why are we doing this? By excluding subs and DMPs from the rewards pool, we were over-reliant on regular starters, and because of this, each game week we rewarded certain players several times, which led to a frustrating experience for managers. This adjustment is driven by our commitment to provide a fun and sustainable experience for our managers and allows for a broader distribution of players in our rewards pool while reducing the number of duplicate player card rewards that go out each game week. Furthermore, as football fans know, the sport we love is full of comeback stories and young players who explode on the scene out of nowhere. We can't wait to see the next rising stars in football come from SoRare, not to SoRare. I mean, I guess they're already in SoRare, right? As we implement this change, we will closely monitor the data and the community feedback. Now, I understand why they're doing this. I mean, there's certain players out there that are like this sort of mid-level, like between tier, that they sort of flip-flop between sort of tier 3 and tier 2, right? And they have been rewarded so many times already that their like latest mints are at a crazy high level. I mean, even super high-level players, I think Buscagli's already on nearly 40 cards minted in his rare already. So it's like, they're not going to, the values won't change. They will, if they're going to reward a 0.1 card, it will still be a 0.1 card, but it might be a 0.1 card that is a sub, right? Like, it might be a 0.1 sub goalie. Like, for example, I mean, obviously Nardi, I think, got a horrible injury yesterday, but Nardi and Davy Rofe were sort of swapping in and out. And their values were about 200 quid each because they were swapping in and out, right? So they weren't rewarding them as much as they would because obviously one's going to be a DMP and one's not. So they can now reward those kind of things. So yeah. The next bit is a mobile first experience. Oh my God, look at SoRare Monkey down there. Look at him getting a shout out. As part of our efforts to improve our mobile experience, we are making a number of improvements this month. We've just launched Zero Authenticator, login authentication by third parties such as Google, Apple, and Facebook on the iOS SoRare app. This new login feature removes a key frustration facing managers using the iOS app and simplifies the onboarding and sign-in flow. Managers can now safely sign into the app through their Google, Apple, and Facebook accounts. We're also working on a system to ensure that we can ship mobile updates across iOS and Android to a similar velocity. Stay tuned for more updates on mobile gaming in the coming weeks. Here we go. Our very own SoRare Monkey of the SoRare Ramble is getting a shout out here. We also want to give a huge shout out to our current top rival tester. Well done, SoRare Monkey. You didn't disappoint. You have earned the right to look down on your rivals. Look at SoRare Monkey. That's my friend. That's my podcast co-host. That's 1/3 of the podcast that we're on, guys. Look at him. And he got a shout out by SoRare. A special mention to Imeric BDB, who has dominated the leaderboard up until recently. A huge thank you to who has tested the Rivals beta. Following your feedback, we're focused on 2 areas. Make improvements to the first time user experience and invitation flow, and expand and improve the gameplay progression. Call to invite your friends to Rivals. To ensure that we gather more feedback from a wider pool of football fans, we're looking for football fans who have not yet played SoRare Pro to sign up to the Rivals beta. We encourage current SoRare Rival testers to invite friends not on SoRare but passionate about football. Excuse me. This feedback will help us improve the onboarding and progression experience. Manager progression check-in. Following our announcement earlier this month, we're still on schedule to launch this new feature in December. We'll launch this feature in 2 parts, beginning with manager challenges going live in the next 2 weeks. In case you missed it, today we share our pitch notes, which shares a quick update on our latest smaller updates and upcoming community events. We'll have a look at that. Pitch notes are a part of our efforts for our community, more regular updates and product roadmaps. You can now expect our product roadmap update in mid-December, where we'll be sharing our progress on the above and a sneak peek at our plans for the start of 2024. As always, we'll closely monitor your feedback, keep it coming, and offer more clarity across our socials where needed. Good luck with your game weeks. Guys, I'm selling the gallery. This isn't good enough. This is not good enough, guys. All right. They've not told me how I'm going to become a millionaire yet. So I'm selling the gallery. Everyone's gone. Everyone up for sale. Looking for 1 ETH for the whole gallery. Yeah. So to sum up, they only reward. They reward every card now. Yeah, pretty much. They basically came to us and they said, look, we can't keep rewarding the same players over and over again, because ultimately, like, we're gonna end up getting to a point where we max out on rares, right? Yeah, except the bottom 30%. Yeah. So like that's basically what they said, and we just said like, look, if you're very clear about that, people aren't gonna have an issue with it. Like as long as the value stays the same, people won't care. This is the new pitch notes recently, but we've already seen that one anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant. Look, there's not a huge amount to look at really. They're just kind of telling us that they're trying to push a mobile first experience, which we already knew, and they're also going to be rewarding every card essentially. So that's kind of the update at the moment, and that's kind of all we know. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the future and see what they've got in store for us. And I mean, I think SoRare's in a good place at the moment. You know, like I think that the community are kind of happy, or at least I hope they are. I don't think there's anything to be angry about at the moment. And yeah, I think at the moment I think that the sentiment is pretty good. And yeah. Damn, Doku has that many tackles? Shit. What does Doku's mid card look like? DMP rewards are a good thing in my opinion. You may not have utility now, but the card should be underpriced compared to when fit. So a tier 3 should be a tier 2 when fit. That's also facts. I'm trying to think of like long-term injured players at the moment. Lisandro Martinez, right? From Man United, okay? We're looking at a card right now that is worth, I mean, he's not worth £159. He's worth about maybe 100 quid. But when he gets back to fit, and if he can get back to these scores, he'll be worth about 150, 200 quid, I reckon. Right, because he'd be a good card, and when he's back fit as well, we do go on a decent run of games. So when he gets back fit, we're kind of looking at like this sort of stretch of games. You're looking at like Villa at home, Spurs at home, Forest away, Wolves away, West Ham at home, Luton away, Fulham at home, like Sheffield United at home. We've got a few decent matchups when he sort of comes back fitness as well. So like it's a card where he'll probably get rewarded now as a tier 2/tier 3 maybe. And he should be a high tier 2 when he comes back. Vinicius as well. Let's have a look at Vinicius Jr. Vinicius definitely could be a tier 1 now. That could be a tier 0 later. Yeah, Timber is a great one. Urian Timber's a fantastic one, really. I don't know why his price is so high though. 100 quid for a card that won't really play this season's interesting. But yeah. Loads of great cards. I think that's good, man. Did they stop minting Madison? I would take a DMP Madison and sit and wait a couple of months. I don't know, but I agree with you. Yeah, I'd happily take a Madison. No, they're still minting him. His price has definitely come down though. He is slowly getting closer to a high tier 2. So I won Douglas Luiz at tier 2, and he was about 300 quid. And if Madison's getting down to about 300 quid, right? Like that'll be a high tier 2. So like, I would bloody love a Madison. Like, if I'd have won a Madison last week, even though I would have had long-term, like, I would have had to wait a while for Madison last week, I would have absolutely fucking loved that, right? In 427 as a tier 2 for Champion Europe Rare Plus. I won Douglas Luiz. Don't get me wrong, Douglas Luiz is great, but I'd have bloody loved a Madison tier 2, and I'd have just held him until he's fit again. Because when he's fit, he's top 5 sort of Champion Europe midfielders on the platform if he keeps up this form. So yeah, I think overall, like, I actually think it's a good thing, to be honest. I think a lot of people are going to look at that, and there will be outrage, in my opinion, because I think a lot of people are going to get pissed off straight away and be like, well, I don't want to win a sub. I don't want to win a substitution. It's like the value doesn't change anyway. If you want to sit there and fucking sell it, like the value will not change, regardless of if you sell it now or what. Like the value may go up when the card comes back, right? Or when he starts getting starts, but the value's not going to change. Like it's not like now your tier 4 is now worth the same as a tier 5. So I think, to be honest, there's not that many people that are going to be winning good rewards that are going to get cards at a DMP anyway. Like, and if you do, it's going to be players like Courtois, like Madison, like when Jimmy Ward-Prowse was injured, or people like that, you know, like it's going to be those kind of players anyway, and you fucking love to win those cards. So yeah, I don't think it's an issue at all. I think it's good. I think it's a decent thing. Yeah, how much is Courtois now? Eder Militao is another one. I don't know what Eder Militao is going for. Arda Güler. I accidentally clicked on Edison. I meant to click on Oops. Right, so let's have a look at these ones. So Courtois right now is 600. Yeah, he'll be tier 1. He won't be a tier 2, sadly. It's not 2019 anymore. Tier 2 for Courtois. Reasonable. Sorry, tier 1 for Courtois. I mean, this will be a mid to low tier 2. Eder Militao will be a mid to low tier 2. And he will be... I mean, before he got injured, he was selling for 600 quid. Triple what he goes for now, right? Literally triple. So you win at Eder Militao. If you hold him, I guarantee he goes up to at least 400. Arda Güler, he's going for about 400 now. Before he got injured, he was going for like upwards of $1,000. And I know obviously, like, you know, a lot of this decline was because of the Real Madrid move, but he's still selling for about 700 even with the Real Madrid move. This is where he got injured down here. So you can probably get 600 for him when he's back, you know. Kevin De Bruyne, another good one, yeah. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne's worth about 500 now because he's probably coming back soon. But like, you look at Kevin De Bruyne and he's looking at like sort of 800-900 when he's fit. Yeah. The only problem I can see is maybe some tier 5s will be more difficult to sell. They're not going to reward a DMP tier 5 that literally hasn't played and doesn't sell. What you're talking about is like the bottom 30% that they're removing completely, right? They're just going to get rid of that. Their reward system, right? Their reward system will reward in the same value parameters. So your tier 5 will be as sort of liquid and same priced as a tier 5 would have been 3 weeks ago, you know? Martial will finally be rewarded. That's another good point, actually, that I just thought about then. It's like, and as you bring up, is a great point, right? Martial is a great point. You can now win cards for your collections that you couldn't win before. It will really help building collections now as well, because you can now win those DMP tier 5s that are never on the market. I mean, like, it doesn't help me because of my biggest collections last year anyway, but like players like, for example, Axel Tuanzebe, right? It's so hard to get for a reasonable price because there's so little of him minted because you couldn't win him. You could only ever get him on auction, and very rarely was he available on auction, you know what I mean? So I would love to get an Axel Tuanzebe card, to be honest, but I don't know if it's a feasible thing for me or not. I don't know what this guy would sell him for. I would love to get one, though. Do you guys manage to offload your tier 5s? I don't win tier 5s. I actually haven't won a tier 5 in a while. How will they price a card like Tuanzebe? No idea. Tier 5s are the old tier 3s. Used to be every card left. Whether they play or not, used to be great. Picking up random 121 players haven't broken out yet. I'd love to get those kind of players as tier 5s. Yeah. we'll see how they kind of price it. I mean, rewards suck anyway, right? Like rewards and how they price it and stuff always suck. So like, I don't think it will suck more, you know. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we'll call it there for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chilling with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then I've got to do work later on as well. So, much love, everybody. I really appreciate all the kind support that you guys have been showing on this channel. If you want more of these kind of streams, what's for lunch? I don't know yet. I win shite a lot. Yeah, I don't, because I'm just better than you, clearly. No, I'm just kidding. I just like don't play rare enough. I just play rare plus. I don't know what's for lunch yet. I might get Nando's. You know what's super cute? What's super cute? Go on, tell me. We're also gonna watch a bit of this Verazdin game, I reckon. See if Postionski cooks. We share the same name. Isn't that cute? My real name's not actually Ryan. It's just a cover. I just thought of the worst name in human history to like use as a stage name so that people don't know my real name. That's what I was thinking. I thought like if I'm gonna use a stage name, what's the worst name I can think of? And I thought Ryan, just a really ugly name. I'm joking. Take care, lads. I'll catch you in the next one. We'll do one of these on Tuesday, maybe. Oh shit, I can't do one on Tuesday. I'm out on Tuesday. Fuck. I don't know what time. I won't be back. I'm in London. I'm doing a podcast on Tuesday. That isn't the SoRare Ramble actually. It's a different one. It's a FIFA one. So yeah, but I'm in London on Tuesday. In fact, I'll message you, Dave. I'll see which part of London I'm in. Maybe we can go get lunch or something. But yeah, take care, boys. Have a good one.